Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about a really fascinating topic. We're going to talk about the crossover between Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and the unpublished Werewolf novel of John Steinbeck. All right, so just recently, The Guardian, which is a very famous British newspaper and media source, did a piece and announced that it fully announced that essentially the University of Texas is now in possession. This is really wild. The University of Texas is in possession of an unpublished John Steinbeck novel, which is about a werewolf. Now, why isn't that important, and why does it reflect on DVD? Well, D&D. Well, it reflects very, very closely to D&D, and the reason why is John Steinbeck is considered a literature author. He is a prototypical literature author. So, as it stands right now, we have essentially three types of storytelling that are highly differentiated from one another. So we have shamanistic storytelling. So, like I'm Mattapanai, so it's a Native American Indian tribe, and so my family is Native American, and within Native American history, many stories were told orally and carried down orally, right? So within the Mattapanai tribe, there's shamanistic storytelling that is specifically oral, and that is its main vector. It's told by a shaman of the tribe. It's told to the people. The people remember it and have their own recollections of it, and it's carried down from generation to generation, right? So you have all that, right? But also we have literature, and literature is John Steinbeck is very much the prototypical literature, okay, which is a written narrative that is an art form, that is considered an art form, okay. Now, then we have fiction, okay? And fiction is a written narrative that is really not treated like an art form, okay? A good example of this would be The Dragon Slayers of Trondheim, okay, by E.K.A. Johnson. It's just a story, it's a novel. Nobody writes, doctoral dissertations about it. You're not going to go to, you're never going to go to a dinner party and over cocktails, somebody's going to discuss, Dragon Slayers of Trondheim, and four different people are going to have different interpretations of what the book meant, right? Literature is a different type of storytelling. So we have shamanistic storytelling, we have literature storytelling, and we have fiction storytelling, and they're very, very different. Now, I'm 100% aware of the literal definition of the word literature, but I'll tell you right now, the literal definition doesn't matter, because the populist definition definitely matters more than the literal definition, okay? Now, here's the thing, right? Why is John Steinbeck's werewolf novel unpublished? Here's why. The estate of John Steinbeck understands that John Steinbeck is considered to be a literature author. If he's writing about werewolves, he then becomes a fiction author, okay? And it dents his being heralded as a literature author, because people don't take werewolf stories seriously. They consider them fiction. They consider them artless, okay? Now, here's what this has to do with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Dungeons & Dragons fiction, here's what this has to do with Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons is a type of storytelling that literally isn't even defined yet, right? But I'm about to define it. So I say that the stories that are created with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition are Mulranditure, okay? It has Mulranditure. It has multiple authors. Random. It has random elements. When Dungeons & Dragons is used to create a story, a narrative, the dice matter. And it makes decisions in the story that are not made by the Dungeon Master or the players, all of who are authors. So within Mulranditure, the Dungeon Master is an author. Within Mulranditure, the players are authors. And within Mulranditure, the dice are authors. They are sending the narrative in a different way. Now, here's the kicker, right? Shamanistic storytelling, shaman storytelling, right, has respect. You know, and you can definitely talk about that, you know, while enjoying a dry martini at a cocktail, and you could do a doctoral dissertation on shamanistic storytelling, right? Literature enjoys respect. Fiction does not enjoy respect. And get this, Mulranditure has less respect right now than fiction, right? It's not even acknowledged as a distinct vector for narrative, okay? Until literally this video. Mulranditure is the storytelling that is happening with Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, okay? And it is, and I gotta bury the lead, I think it may be worthy of more respect than literature. That's my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.